Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, should be on for about definitely at least an hour, maybe two. I've got quite a sore throat, dry mouth, sore throat. So we'll see if I can do 2 hours worth of talking. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're new to this channel and you like weapons and all that kind of stuff, you'll like this channel. If you ever wanted to support me, I've got a Patreon account, and if you support me, you get your name on there. It looks better on the proper videos, with the better camera. This is a webcam. Also, if you shop at Amazon, eBay, or GearBest, use the links I provide in all of my videos. Just click that once and shop, and I get a percentage of what you spend at no cost to you. They're affiliate links. So that way you can shop at the websites you shop at anyway. Buy whatever you want. Don't have to be the products. The video is on, the link is on. Yeah. Right. I'll go over to the comments now. See who's on. Wait a minute. What did that just say? So Donna's on. Right, Donna. Richard and Z, not Z. You all right? That should be everything. Pop up chat. Got it on normal latency, so there shouldn't be too much of a what do you call it, lag, but there always is anyway. I've noticed if you do it on the really low latency, there's less lag, but there's potential it can fuck up more, if that makes sense. Yeah, 10 minutes late when I about. You can hear me all right then, can you, and all that? But I'll take if no one's on for a bit, I'll take the 30-second delay off. To try and remember where to get the settings for it. Yeah, fucking sore throat. There. Yeah, I'll take that off for a minute. Yeah, it goes. Right, Liam. Don't seem to be too many on at the minute. I was 10 minutes late, so maybe they didn't think I was coming on. All right, Rob. Good to see you on, mate. Yeah, I'm probably going to be coughing through the whole fucking thing. I've got a sore throat at the minute. Sore throat, sort of getting a bit of a blocked up nose. I was going to say, how many subscribers did you lose in the end, Liam? Have you had a look since? I think let me have a quick look. YouTube have been taking people's, well, they've been getting rid of like closed accounts and that. I was on, come on, come back to the comments for a bit. I'll tell you in a second. So Rich said, got most of the water-cooled Fords done today. Rain prevented me from finishing it. Nice. Good evening. What's the topic for tonight, boss? Anything you want to bring up? No, nothing at the minute, Dow. In fact, I got a cold. I'm on 26,878, and I was on 26,919, I think. So I lost about 40, 50, something like that, wasn't it? 26919 I was on. So yeah, about 40, 41. So that's not too bad, really, is it? Considering that other time they did their fucking purge. Didn't I show this last time? Right. Weapons after 108, something like that, but may have been 150 odd. If that's minus all the amount I had for the day. Well, saying that, Liam, from doing that stream with you, I think I gained about I gained about 20 that day, I think. So with the 40, yeah, so I may have lost about 60 then, really. I'm not sure. Don't know how many I did get specifically from that stream, but I did definitely get some. There it is. The replica, so you can excuse my gun handling and gun safety. I wouldn't do that with anything that could shoot anything. Marcus, right, mate? 𝐲𝐨𝐵 said RIP 40 to 50 subscribers. Well, according to YouTube, they was all dead accounts anyway, so. Hi, man, Spartan, you right, mate? He said, Mike. He said, hello, Mike. Hit the fan, DIY rations is a good topic. We can talk about that. TC didn't lose any. Amberina said, I subbed that day. I asked to see the single action. Oh, no, I didn't. I get it. Oh, no, I probably. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, replica, so I can be a bit dodgy with my handling of it. Want me to spin it a bit? I ain't no cowboy there. Right, Peach. I think Iron Man will eventually. I think we're going to do a video, a whole dedicated stream on DIY rations one day. If it comes up, feel free to mention it, and if people sort of start talking about it, we'll talk about it. I just let it go with the flow, if you know what I mean. If people pick up a topic, because some things get picked up, some don't. Where am I? Richard said, Mike, if you have the time to look up spring crossbow on Google Images, you should. I'll have a quick look now. I have actually researched them before, Rich. So I do know sort of. I think I've already got plans to make spring ones or elastic ones. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. That's similar to the things I've looked up, and I've seen some of them. Yeah, that could definitely get round. Well, assuming how these laws are written, that could get round it, couldn't it, Rick? And Bruno says, I have a plan. I just need money. Who's that? Dutch? Sounds like Dutch. Exit said, got a knife half price from Honey Haynes, the OC3 by CRKT. Can't find a single review on it. Now, I've not heard of that one. John, you right, mate? 𝐷𝐴 said YouTube accidentally shot wife with a replica revolver due to poor handling. Government say they will now be banning replica guns as well as forks and butter knives. Yeah, exactly. They probably would think you could shoot someone with that, even if you showed him it couldn't. The American Gryffindor, you right, mate? He said, hey, mate, just popped in. Apparently, the 86S you have is rare, imported only to the US. Yeah, I think it was like 2000, weren't there, or something? Yeah, so definitely quite a rare gun. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, no one's ever guessed that right. There's been two people who I suspect cheated because they've heard me say that and then they've looked it up and asked. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's because it is very rare and it looks like a lot of other more famous guns. Amberina should do a gun collection video. Oh, I could do. The funny thing is, I've never done one of them, you know. Amberina said, how old are you? 38. 𝐷𝐴 said, I had a thought about a legal self-defense item, a carrier bag of shopping, including a couple of tins in it. It would make a good oversized kind of sack. Oh, funny thing is, yeah, well, technically that, you know, you could use that if you carried it. That actually would work though, wouldn't it, Zed? You know, 2 tins in a bag at all times. It would work though. Mark, I said, how's your throat? Well, I don't know. I've got a sore throat and a dry mouth, but I reckon I'll be able to go for the time. What I've said reminds me of a bit of the original Death Wish with the coins in a sock. Yeah, yeah. I think with coins in a sock and batteries in a sock, you'd probably get they'd suspect it was a weapon, wouldn't they? But you know, it's not though, is it, technically? But yeah, I think shop 2 tins in an actual shopping bag. What can I say about that? But all of the things we just mentioned work. John said carry rocks in a pack will just look weird. Peter, bad for life, baby. Yeah, bag for life. Bad for life sounds quite good though. Oz dude, right, mate? Duty better to have a self-defense pillow and a seatbelt, so when an angry knife-wielding man comes, I strap him in the seatbelt and throw the pillow at him. What did you say? Put the pillowcase over his head. That'd work. No, I don't have Steam, mate. I've never done that. I've got a PlayStation 4 though. If I miss anyone's comments, just put it in again or tell me. It's a bit different on this stream. I noticed some people was mentioning why aren't we answering people's questions on the dual stream we did, but it was virtually impossible because there was a lot more comments. This I can still, you know, I may whack it on the thing, the slow mode eventually. Then not he said, "Oh, bag for life, fellow." A fella. I thought. Do you know what I nearly thought that said then? A fellow murderer. Don't say, "Oh, you've been that true, Ted." A fella murdered his wife by strangling her with one of those. Well, just a strange place. I ain't falling for that again. You've already done that joke. He's already done it, Marcus. I ain't falling for that one. He forgets his own jokes now. You got me with it last time, though. I'm pretty sure you did. Amberina, send me a message and I'll tell you the PSN. Send me an email and I'll tell you it. I've been getting a lot of people adding me at the minute. So I'll send you, if you send me an email, which is in the description, I'll send you it. Or just put yours in here and I'll add you. Remsaf said must have been influenced by Manhunt. Don't believe him about don't fall for the bag for life thing. That's a joke. He's setting us all up again. Don said, look up mystery box pillow. And that explains my thoughts on Grizzly's ideas. Well, I'll add you later. That's the easier way to do it. Where am I? Got rid of his bag for life, yeah. Oh, maybe that wasn't the joke then, Dad. Maybe you was doing 2 at a time or something. I'm sure I remember that being leading on to a joke. I won't be able to add you right now though, because I have to do for some reason my Wi-Fi plays up. The computer and the PlayStation 4 seem to interfere with each other. Unfortunately, the police confiscated my pillow as I could smother someone. You have to use a plastic bag with at least 4 items of shopping and a receipt with plastic bag. Yeah, well, keeps you legal, doesn't it? I don't see it wasn't a joke. It was about a woman dying in a supermarket. Exit said, when it comes to self-defense, it's a case of fuck the police, cross the bridge when we come to it. Sentencing in the UK is a joke. Yeah, well, the only thing I find, you can use that mentality, but don't let no one know you think that way. That's the only thing. Otherwise, you're sort of incriminating yourself. But I agree with you there. But always put across a image that you don't think that. Amberino, I'll add you. I don't want to say it on here. I keep getting loads of weird loads of randomers every time I mention it on here. You'll have to wait till after the stream. And what you said, I've already done that, but it's plugged into my computer now. The problem is, for some reason, the computer and the PlayStation 4 interfere with each other. So, for some reason, when one of them's not in the room, the other one can connect to the Wi-Fi. But when they're in the same room together, they won't connect to the Wi-Fi. And I've only got one Ethernet cable in this room. So, only one of them can be plugged in and on the internet at the same time. But I know what you mean. I could run two up here, but I never have. Exit said, lol, too late. No, it don't matter, you know, but yeah. 𝐷 American 12-year-old girl kills, cries in court, gets life in prison. U.K John Vezenballs and Walt Thompson killed 2-year-old, 8 years in jail. Well, yeah. Theirs is a weird case, I think. As I said, I always get people randomly PMing me on Steam wanting to pointlessly chat because I'm sort of famous. Really annoys me. Yeah, I can understand you there. Granted, I've still got them thermal paste to fix. I've still got to get the thermal paste. Got a new supporter on the Patreon. Captain Bogrel has started what do you call it? Supporting me. What's good. What am I doing? Yeah, let's get I'm a Spartans although we have done this, because I'm going to repeat a lot of stuff now. I was going to say about the homemade rations. The thing I always recommend is to get stuff for rations. If you want to have a decent amount of different stuff in them, I recommend watching some videos on MREs and stuff like that, just to see what kind of stuff rations have in them. If you want, you know, because you can just have rice or something, you know. You don't need to have a lot of different random stuff. Yeah, you can just have one specific high calorie thing, but I suppose it all depends what you want it for. But mine, I tend to watch things like MRE videos to see what's in MREs and then duplicate that myself. I'll tell you the most interesting thing I ever did for rations was looking up World War I and World War II rations and copying those. Because in those, they even have you have like a little menu in it, and it tells you how to eat the rations. It tells you what to eat at what time. You know, it's all personal preference. I like to have my rations tend to all be a bit different. All have enough calories for a day, if it's a 24-hour one. But there's a lot of different stuff in there, so you don't get bored of the same old shit. Even though I wouldn't be like that anyway, I could literally just eat, you know, a can of fucking Spam for the day. You know, if that was enough calories, it wouldn't bother me. But it's nice to have a bit of a selection because it keeps your morale up as well. You know, having something sweet to drink and something sweet to eat and a meal you like keeps you happier than eating something you don't like. Right, I've missed a load of comments there. Marketed high-calorie stuff. Pete said, just watched Fistful of Dollars. Good film. The Two Families reminded me of Red Dead. Yeah, there's a mission like there, isn't there, Pete? Yes. The one in Red Dead I found was a cross between A Fistful of Dollars and Romeo and Juliet, wasn't it? But yeah, totally agree with you there, Pete. Dizzy Bear said, eat emergency high-calorie oxygen. John said, tinned meat, dried potatoes, ketchup, some sort of sweet and vitamins. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's all you need. Plasma, definitely stuff that tastes good, though. Again, it's all personal preference. I could put up with a load of stuff I didn't really like. But I made up all my rations with a lot of selection because I could. You know what I mean? Bits of spam. Once I've said lots of modern rations have big chocolate bars in. Lol. Marcus says sardines are good if you can stand them. Well, that's what I mean. They are good, but you know, who likes them? But I would eat them, you know, and because the thing is, when it's stuff that's, if you got to survive on it, you'd eat any fucking thing, wouldn't you? Really. Amberina said my husband collects MRE things. He bought a Russian one the other day. Nice. I've had a couple of the American ones, but that's it. And I've always I couldn't resist opening them, and then I'd end up, because I wanted to see what was in them, and I'd eat it all. So yeah, I've got no proper MREs now. All I've got is homemade ones. Mark said I am a ration. Mark said I like to eat rations, spam and beans. I like ready to eat rations. Yeah, well that's what you want. It is better overall. I think it would be better to have something that doesn't need cooking or adding water either. But yeah, I like the old American MREs. They're expensive for what they are. And I bought some because I just wanted to see what was in them. I haven't got any now. But yeah, they're you know, because they even have the heater things in, don't they? Maybe that's why they're so expensive, because you don't actually need to have their own self-heating thing in there, don't they? American Gryffindor said, I need to hop off now. I'll see how I could hop on the next one. See you later, mate. Thanks for joining in. I will add you, Amberina. See you later. John said if you drink a lot of caffeinated things, get eased down on it. Caffeine withdrawals. Yes, oh, that's true. You're not eating. Having something you like to eat is good for morale. It shouldn't be underestimated. Yeah, I agree with you there, Zed. That is why a lot of rations are the way they are. They do have sweets and teas and that. And there is some, you know, there obviously is thought in it that, yeah, keep your soldiers' morale up. You know, you don't want to give them a load of stuff they don't like. And yeah, but yeah, that's why I looked through. MREs are quite handy if you want to know what to put in rations. So MREs have things like matches in, tissues, wipes, sweets, and then the food as well. Because if you've just got food, yeah, that's good enough. But I like to add all the other things that things like MREs have, or World War I and World War II rations have. But my actual rations I have in my bug-up bags are based off of World War II rations. They're at 1 or 2 anyway. I'm just going to put the slow mode on again, because I'm going to struggle to catch up with the comments now. Exit said, Mrs. got me a para-free for Christmas and hiding it from me. I'm like a child. Now I have to wait until she falls asleep and go hunting. Fuck's sake. You're not very good at surprises then. Pepper says, I get caffeine withdrawal headaches, so I'll wake up late and haven't had a coffee morning. Yes, I do. Rick said, flameless ration eater. That's it. I couldn't think what it's called. Mark said, Uncle Ben's packet rice is brilliant. Yeah, that's what I've got in some of mine. Wherever it was, it says Fortnite. I never played Fortnite, although I could. Just didn't, you know, I've got it, but I haven't played it because it's free in it. Or have I played Fortnite? No, I don't think I have. John said, something that does not need to be cooked, but won't kill you if you cook it. Exactly. Ray said, the thing to remember about the American MREs is they only contain one meal. Yeah. Yeah, ours are, yeah. Theirs, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I looked at the MREs to see what kind of things you could put in a ration. And then I've copied World War I or World War II English rations, but added some of the modern stuff. In mine, I have a couple of little sashes of sauce in there for putting on things. Yeah. And I found if you ain't got the time or the stuff to package things up properly, you want to find, when you go shopping, see if you can find things like packets of 4 crackers that are pre-packaged already. That kind of stuff is perfect for rations. if you want to have a nice selection of stuff, you know, as we said before, you could just chuck loads of spam in a bag and that'll do you. You know, that'll keep you alive. As I said, in World War II, British rations considered cigarettes more important than food. Oh, yeah, I think I remember there being cigarettes in the thing I looked at. Exit said heroin is the worst withdrawal I find. Plasma, toilet paper is a must. Yeah, exactly. I must Martin said honey lasts forever. Your information can be used for hygiene. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, yeah. Natural antiseptic as well, isn't it? Honey. Yeah, it does last forever, doesn't it? I must Martin, those handy little tissue packs are good for rations. Yes, exactly. Or any pre-packaged things like little packets of if you're making your own, little packets of jam, you know, because you can get a little packet of jam then for your crackers. You know, all of it's not essential per se, but you can have a nice enjoyable meal that way. That's what I've done anyway. He said the old instant noodles with a cup of soup added to it is still good, especially in the weather and a bit chilly. Yeah, I've got cup of soups. I've got cup of soups in my rations. Yeah, great for that. And they're a little, you know, little pre-packaged thing. Plasma said beef jerky, pudding, energy bar, tea mix, water bottle, and canned soup is great. Yeah, mix it American cigarettes. I've said another weird thing I've read: heroin withdrawal can be easily treated with 𝐊𝐶odeine. Is that as it appeases the withdrawal symptoms, but doesn't really get anyone high? Oh, no, I did not know that. Rice pudding, yeah, never thought of that one. I'll tell you what I'm tempted to test in rations, which I've never ever tested. Peperamis. Peperamis say they don't need to be kept in the fridge. So one day I'm going to get some peperamis and put them in a bug-out bag, leave them for a year, come back and I'm going to eat them, see what happens. You know, unless they look like they're fucking going to kill me, I won't bother. But I wouldn't mind trying that because they should be all right, and that would be a good source of protein, wouldn't it? Don't see a small piece of tissue is just the job. A million shitting joggers can't be wrong. I don't think it was enough for him. Rob said, did some of the American flintlock rifles have coffee grinder built in the stock? Didn't some of them? I don't know, mate. Maybe they did. Well, Northwest Prepper. Whiskey is all you need. Nice. Can't go wrong there. My man Spartan said I put pre-mixed pepper and spices in my rations. Well, I'll tell you what I do. I should have some here. I don't know where I put them though. But where have I put them? A relative of mine went to A relative of mine went to KFC recently and bought a handful of these back, so I kept them for rations. Little packets of salt. The hand wipes. And there was something else. I can't remember. I think it was just that. Maybe it was salt and hand wipes. But that's an alcohol hand wipes. That, you know, it's just any of them fucking fast food places. Grab a handful of that, and you've got your own pre-packaged salt. But yeah, you won't get spices. That's the only thing. So you'd have to do your own spices. But you're right there. Weapons stuff said to exit, used in a lot of cough medicines. It's an opioid without most of the opioid effects. Rob said pepperami, good chopped up and added pasta. Yeah, I'm tempted to see if it will last a year in a bug-out bag. That'd be the interesting thing. Sorry if I'm missing anyone's stuff. Rob said good chopped up and put pasta. And he said, yeah, I believe some. What do you got? John said pepperoni. It doesn't need refrigeration. I've kept them in my room for weeks. Like I said, curry powder in baked beans really peps it up nicely. I've never done that, but I've put mustard in baked beans. That's quite nice. I must have said I've got 20 quid worth of meat tins from Asda. Gonna make shit hit the fan food case and bury it. Nice. I might do some. Well, I'm gonna do some more rations soon. It was just getting the stuff, but I'm gradually getting the stuff now to make some good bug out bag rations. I like packaging them up in a little box. 24-hour rations. About, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something size. But you lot have seen the boxes I do anyway. As I've said, no, codeine, which does have opioid effects. Not that I really want to start talking about drugs on here. Down to salt and pepper makes things you wouldn't normally eat edible. Exactly. Yeah, you want little packets of salt and pepper. Any of them sort of restaurants have that kind of stuff. Perfect. Put a load in your pocket. It's a joke aside. I do actually keep a couple of heavy-duty painkillers in my on the run bag. Darryl said liquid morphine smells just like cold medicine too. Oh, no, I did not know that. John said, Iron Man, put them in something beforehand. Well, you really, really regret that. What's that? The tins. But yeah, I've got a couple of bug out. I've got 2 bug out bags set up, but I want to set up another bug out bag, a third one. What I might do is 1 full bug out bag and 2 smaller bug out bags for other people that have only got the minimum stuff in, like food, well, pretty much that, food and shelter and water. But my one would have more stuff in, like a long-term thing that would be able to. See, my bug out bag, it's a bit heavy and a bit big, but it's enough to actually, apart from the food, it's actually enough to have shelter for multiple people and look after multiple people on quite a. There's enough shelter and all that and stuff to use for multiple people. Because I would probably be with other people. Iron Man said, put them in, yeah. Then he said you can get tins of curried beans. It's pretty nice. You even get sultanas in it. Nice. Right, where am I? I've said to Darryl they used to do a cough medicine called 𝐲𝐳𝐴𝐳𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐵, which contained watered down laudanum, one of the most abused drugs in the 1800s. I knew you meant sultanas. Mustafa said, are you a member of the... do you know what I actually thought that said? eld, but I assume that means the other thing. No, I'm not, mate. I'm as smart said, yeah, I ziplock them in a hard case, duct tape, then rubble sack, then more duct tape, no water getting. Yeah. I'd like my little my fucking stash cash that I still haven't took out. That's multiple bagged up, multiple sealed up. I will take that out eventually. I'll still be on my bed, not my bed, my sofa. John said I have one, my friend has one, and we're thinking of setting up a minimum one for the girlfriend. Yeah, good idea, John. Sam, you all right, mate? I got your message. I haven't replied yet, though, but if you don't mind me mentioning, yeah, thank you. I'm looking forward to getting that. Marcus said it's cheaper to make your own. If you add chili powder, that's another direction you could take. Exit said super glue, needle and thread, nails, painkillers, things people forget. Yeah, I ain't got no super glue, but I've got everything else. Problem is, I have a habit of, if I've got super glue anywhere, I tend to keep taking it out and using it. But yeah, bit of duct tape's quite good as well. Northwest Prepper, Molly attachments make food bags that attach to your main bag. Oh, that's a good idea. I've got a tactical vest. I want to eventually make that into a bug out tactical vest, but that would be for more, that wouldn't be for your hidden bugging out. That would be for, you know, if everyone was, you know, if there was real fucking shit in the fan, that's what you'd wear. it would have bullet resistant panels in it as well. I said, yeah, everyone must have been off their heads back then. Whereabouts should I have morphable calibri? I don't know what that is, mate. Plasma said, what's your preferred type of sword? Probably the saber type sword. I do like a short sword though, to be honest. But I think you can wield a short sword a lot easier without being trained in it. So I do like anything about that long. When I've said, yeah, they used to use cocaine as a pick-me-up in medicines. Heroin, dimorphine. It was actually invented to wean people off a normal morphine. No problem, Mike. Did you get the tracking number? Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah, cheers, mate. Mustafa said, I swear guns are not allowed in the UK. All of that stuff up there is all stuff you can legally have without a license. So the guns are either deactivated or BB guns, air pistols, crossbows. It's all stuff you don't need, or replicas. All stuff you don't need licenses for, basically, for it to be on the wall. Exit, I lived in both the country and the city. I strongly advise people who think they would bug out to the country to think again. You'd be best learning how homeless people survive in the city now. Yeah, I agree with you there. All frogs on, you right, mate? Where am I? I'm Mass Martin said, I'm going to put dark chocolate in my rations as it lasts much longer than milk chocolate. Yeah, good idea. I'll take, talking about cold steel smash it, I was going to get my folding, you know, when I was doing the pumpkin videos, I was going to get my folding shovel out for that and use that, but I didn't bother in the end. I could answer one thing about Brexit. I find the whole thing extremely boring. If it comes up on anything, I'll turn it over or turn it off. For Bess, you right, mate? He said, great pumpkin vid. The extra clip at the end was also a great idea. Oh, I'm glad you like that. That was, I'll tell you why I did that. That was partly to show that, you know, we can't all just, because, you know, you can make a video look like you can cut things, but it's nice to include that kind of stuff to show what kind of, the worst one for me was the bottle. The first hit the fucking top of the lid, cut the lid in half. It was actually quite a good hit, but it didn't cut cleanly through, knocked the bottle off. And then I reset it, you know, put it back on, and I knew not to hit it because it didn't have enough water in it. And that fucking bottle, you can't see it on the video, shot across the fucking garden about 20 fucking foot into the bird table. So yeah, so I'm glad you like the old outtakes. Northwest Prep said a slingshot would outdo any handgun with the right ammo and training. And good setup. You're laughing. Small game, defense, and it's a must part of your kit. I've got slingshots in both of my bug out bags. I totally agree with you there on slingshots. Mustafa said, have you ever been told you look American? No, I haven't. That might be the guns doing it there. Who knows? Certainly don't sound it though, do I? Oh, we said no Red Dead Redemption 2. Can I come back on the Twitch streams now? We're playing together, so we just communicate because there's no way text people like in GTA. I can't, Bullfrog. It's too stressful. Does my head and I don't enjoy it. I'm still surprised how well you could thrust with that saber. I'll be honest, I probably missed about 3 or 4 times. I didn't, the ones I showed. Weird thing is I hit nearly every time though, but they was all glancing blows. You know what I mean? Where am I? I'm Spartan said, what is that tool called that makes a spear travel? Atlatl. Yeah, they are. Sam's done it there. Yeah, that's what I think he means, atlatl. Where am I? Like I said, slingshot ammo, marbles. Yeah, I think didn't Slingshot Warrior say there was a good thing. I would definitely go the way Jack Striker has, though. Get some proper dedicated, real big fuck off lead balls, because yeah, as you sort of your defense ones, if you know what I mean, you could use all of the other stuff for hunting, but have about 30 fucking 18 fucking millimeters what do you call it, lead balls. But yeah, marbles, anything 9mm steel, yeah, definitely. I'm crap with a slingshot, but I do reckon a day's practice I could be all right, because most of the time I wouldn't be good, but you know, in a day's practice, I think you could probably hit something. I've said, do you spot? No, I don't. Do you know what? I'm one of the rare English people that don't. I don't support any football team. You know, I never have. Never been into football. I used to play football when I was a kid. You know, messing around. But no, in my house, none of us used to follow any football, so I never really got into it. Weirdly enough, my brothers do though. My younger brothers. Weapons and stuff. I think the saber is a bit straighter than mine. It probably helps though. When you get the hang of it, you can sort of get it in the end, but it is quite awkward because where you're sort of think you're stabbing, the end isn't where you think it is, sort of thing. Whereabouts have you played Verdun before? No, never heard of that. To be honest, Bullfrog, if we're on the game together, you'd be able to hear me anyway. So don't worry about the Twitch. You wouldn't need it if we're on the game together. Because I could just read out what someone's saying anyway, and then reply to it. Pete said, if you hit a tree trunk, you can hit a man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because if you consider I was aiming at something that big, you know, that was the size of someone's head. Most of the misses, they were still glancing. They still would have done a hell of a big cut on your head. Daniel said, I used to use JB Weld to make my own balls for thinking. You know, I've only ever used that once, that stuff, but I know that is good stuff. By the way, if I've missed anyone's comments, just put it back in. You all right, CJ? Pete said, if you hit, I've read that. 𝐶𝐶 said, I read a thing about the US tribe that used throwing sticks. They were quite deadly, apparently. Don't know what they look like, though. Maybe like a rabbit stick. Yeah, who knows? Northwest Pepper, same with everything, mate. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. I'll be honest with it. I think as long as I had some decent instructions first, a day's practice, I reckon I could hit something about that big. Because with the right instructions, I could hit a target that big with a throwing knife in 20 minutes. So, yeah. Same with that spear. If you saw me using that spear, I couldn't hit nothing at first, but 20 minutes of practice and I could. So spend a day, but you would be better off practicing in the first place. Yeah, practice with it first, so that when you come to use it, you can use it straight away. But I've said, what about boxing? Yeah, I do watch boxing. Not a lot of it though, but yeah. I wanted Tyson Fury to win recently anyway. even though he's a complete nutcase. Out of the two, a draw in the end, wasn't it? So. Right, where am I? Then he said the sabre is more like a short katana with a sabre hilt, which is interesting. Yeah. It's only got a very slight curve in that one. I think Liam's got a bit more of a. Weapons and stuff said lots of straight sabres and slightly curved ones. Britain had the 1796 heavy and light cavalry sabre at the same time. Light cavalry sabre is famous curved one, but the heavy sabre was totally straight. I must have bad taste. Favourite part, I like the puke drinking. I do like that. I also like the bit when Ozzy rips the head off. Yeah, it is Ozzy, isn't it? And kicks it out the window, and then he says, "The old magic's still there." Well, and the bit where Frank saves Ozzy at the end is quite good. Yeah. Yeah, there's loads of good bits of that. I don't know if I said this. I noticed Frank, Mike Minette, he's got the old ACAB on his hands, but it's the 4 dots. If you look at his hand on it when he's smoking his cigar, he's got 4 dots on his where mine is. Yeah. And that is ACAB, but without it saying ACAB. And that's real. That's not for the film. Yeah, that's a police Christmas tree. I touch the star. There's a police siren. Pete said, I'm going to get some percussion caps for the replicas so they make a bigger bang. Kids' toy caps are not that impressive. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, to reply to you about that, Pete. I read that last night when I was going to bed, I think. Yeah, completely forgot about that. I'll actually message you properly about that. I have the habit of reading things and not replying. John said, I can still hit a tree at 10 yards with a slingshot. I used to be better, but I fucked my hand with a machete pretty damn good a few years ago. Ah, bloody hell. Then he said, when something indeed, I was referring to the tip, to be honest. Yeah, oh, that one. Yeah, it does look like Tana, don't it? It's best of, have you ever watched the channel Primitive Technology? I've seen bits of it, but never watched it. Exit said, they say that if you commit yourself, you can learn almost anything in 20 hours. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I must like the shit Van porn mags would be worth a lot of trade. Yeah, I think so. Wolfrock said, you never answered, is that stuff in the advent calendar? I thought I had. Sold stuff that I've reviewed before. But it's all, I've been planning to do either a video of all of it as an EDC collection. All legal carry stuff. Yeah, it's all legal carry stuff I've been collecting up over the years. Marcus, Sam said to Marcus, definitely check out Primitive Technology. That dude has some serious time in his channel. Never says a word. Oh, I didn't know he never talks. I think I've watched his videos with sound off. Like I've watched little bits because they come up. They're one of them that are always recommended to you. And I think I've clicked on it for like 20 seconds, but I don't know. I suppose it's the thought of him as soon as he finishes getting his trainers on and going back and sitting on the telly watching the watching the film that puts me off. Not that he does that, but that's what I imagine. Well, Beth said, what's your favourite effective legal EDC item for self-defence? Well, it's hard for me to say. Equally, just because I've never had to use any of these things. I do like, though, the old stainless steel tactical pens. But again, at night, a strobing torch might be better. So it all depends. But as a combination, I do like tactical pen and a strobing flashlight. Hi, Mass Martin, do you have SW? I don't know what that is, mate. 9 million subs. Fucking hell. I didn't know he had that many. Oh, night vision. No, I ain't got anything like that. My best said, great answer. Thanks. I'm looking at ordering one now. If you want to support me, look on my channel. Put in tactical pens. Use one of my links. Or eBay, Amazon, and Gearbest links. But you don't have to. But yeah, stainless steel ones are probably some of the best tactical pens you can get because of the weight of them. There's that one, but the other one's in. I don't know if it's in. I don't know what fucking thing it's in here. Well, I just happened to pick the right fucking one. Who needs feet, eh? When you got a wheelchair, not a wheelchair, fucking wheelchair, an office chair. I said, watch Shutter Island again earlier after work. Good film. I like that. I'll tell you what I watched last night in the end, Liam. Ravenous. Yeah, I do like that as well. John said, stream like Stinger, contemporary blind someone. What is that then? Oh, is it? It's a talk then, is it? Yeah, they're refillable. You just with this one, you just standard refills as well. See that? All right. Mark's laughing at me saying wheelchair. Yeah, not wheelchair. I ain't got a bloody wheelchair. I can walk. Sam said, Mike, the flashlight you showed in your advent calendar, was that Surefire? Forefire. It was Forefire. So THOR fire. Sometimes the music from Ravenous is playing in my head now. Yeah, now you've said that, now it's playing in mine. Irishman. Yeah, Irishman. You're right, mate, if I didn't say hello. He said Shutter Island is a good film. It is good, isn't it? I like it. That's right. I'm going to have to make a tactical shopping trolley. A battering ram. Yeah, good idea. Don't say flashlight torch is not cheap one there. Oh, yeah. He said, John, or you could just throw a handful of salt in someone's invader's eyes. I better put this back, because otherwise I'll forget where I got it from. In here, so open that one. Webu said, man, boy, man, boy out. Bullfrog said, why'd you have to pay to sub someone on Twitch? I tried to sub someone, wouldn't pay for now on YouTube. Well, the sub thing's a weird thing, Bullfrog. I think the sub is a way to pay them, but you don't have to actually sub them, you just follow them. Follow them is free, which means you'll get notifications of their stuff. Sub is a bit like Patreon almost. You don't actually have to sub someone, just follow them on there. John said pocket sand. Next said the torches we have now are strong enough to blind anyone for long enough. Choke them out, sting them a lullaby. Mark said, "Or white pepper." He said, "I thought you were doing an impression of a fella from the Doom film." Fuck's sake. I've said Fran Salt would probably be a Section 5 firearm. Yeah, deadly assault salt. Deadly assault asbestos. Sam said, okay, I have a military issued Surefire, 1,000 lumens, comes with rails for M4 AR-15. Awesome light, but let's uses batteries like crazy. Yeah, Thorfire, that one I had. Iron Man Spartan said, Mike, you have to listen to your heart. It will go on for 10 hours on repeat. Mike, you have to listen to my heart. Will go on 10 hours on repeat or eat 2 tins of dog food. Dog food any day, mate. In a second. They'd be gone in like a minute. Northwest Prepper said, what's your thoughts on the yellow vests in France and the UK signing the same UN immigration? I'll be honest with you, mate. I don't really know a lot about it, so I couldn't really talk to you about it. If people want to reply to that, they can, but we won't talk about it too much because the problem is, as I've got nothing to talk about to it, I end up sitting here in silence. It's not a very good thing for people to watch back. I mean, Rolfrog said, a bloke in my village used to rip free porn off the internet and put it on DVDs and sell them. I don't watch it personally, but I would only want to pay for, for something that's free. Bloke made one. That is a bit of an odd thing to do, though, to buy it, isn't it? Why would you buy it? I mean, nowadays. No, I agree with you there. Very strange that someone would do that. Irishman said a handful of sea salt and AAA would be done for assault and battery. Right, where am I? 𝐊𝐄𝐄𝐃 said, well, if you add a D cell to the salt when you throw it, that would be assault and battery attack. Yeah, assault and battery. Don't help when I don't read them out properly, does it? I just had a childhood flashback to gamekeeper shooting me with fucking salt pellets. Scary when you're a wee boy, but good crack. Well, my brother and our mate had something similar to that. Don't know if it was that or he was actually shooting a shotgun in the air, but yeah, they was in someone's shed and the farmer shot his shotgun in the air or at us, as we thought at the time. But I happened to be watching as it happened. Grizzly Bear said Theresa May announces cocaine shall be legalised, but salt, pepper and salt carry 10 years imprisonment if caught. From enough said there's a bloke near me known as Dodgy Dave who sells porn from back of his van. Never seen him though. It may be an urban legend. John said I've ignited a storm of salt puns. You have, mate, you have. Oh, I don't know there, Iron Man. Rod Stewart, probably, I think. Don't know enough about Barry Manilow to know if he's got or either of them really. I'm trying to. Hopefully Rod Stewart's got a good selection of music that changes, you know. If it was a joke, Peach, I thought it was just a. I thought he was just putting a statement out there. Oh, man said, I've read that now. I wonder if cattle prods would be legal to carry in Uganda. Probably not. I think there are some cattle prods that you could buy, but as soon as you took it out, you would probably get done for stun guns. It's classed as a firearms offence, and you get 5 years for it. Webb said, no, I actually know people who talk about Dodgy Dave pulling up in his van trying to flog out porn mags and DVDs. I said, early Rod Stewart is good. Not all his lovey-dovey shit he put out in the last 10 years. Oh, good then. I picked the right one there then, Darryl. 𝐊𝐿𝐿 said, John, I think the salt puns are just because of the season. Fuck's sake. Am I going to have to get it out? I'm going to have to get it out, am I? It's gone too far now. I don't have to use this for about a month. I won't be able to remember to get it out now. That was actually a good one, though, 𝐊𝐿𝐿. I do like that. Almost Martin said Rod is far better. Pete said, my God, do people know about internet porn? Oh, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Dan said, damn, 5 years. We used to shock each other with them as kids. Yeah, it's very, very weird how we class things over here. I think it's because it's got the word gun in it. Stun gun. Stun gun. So it's classed as a firearm. Most ridiculous thing you've ever fucking heard. Yeah, Sam said, damn, 5 years. We used to shock each other with them as kids. Pete said, my God, I know I read that. Almost Martin said, if you spit too hard, it's firearm in the UK. The best, you think? Don't snow much this year? Not sure. You can never tell over here, can you? Irishman said, I remember the joy of finding a bag of porn mags in a local tip. Yeah, I tell you where we used to find them, in the local woods, in bin bags. Yeah. Like I said, Rod's Christmas album is superb, and the best is Michael Bublé. Yeah. You know what? I never really listened to any of them too. I have heard their songs though. When the story goes, he pissed them off at the local petrol station as he set his van up near the door and tried to flog it to customers. A real Del boy. Fuck's sake. Well, folks, so there's a lot of people around here like that, around these parts, Liam. They normally drive old beaten up French estate car or a van, wear a puffer jacket and smell really bad. Darren Appleby said, although I'd rather listen to Barry Manilow than look at his picture, he's one of the strangest looking creatures on the planet. Yeah, I don't know a lot of Barry Manilow, apart from the sort of classics that you'd know. And to be honest, the only reason I've listened to some bloody Rod Stewart is because they feature him on the Grand Theft Auto games a couple of times, haven't they? Or maybe only once, I don't know, but... Lindsay Bear said, at my primary school, we weren't allowed to make gun fingers as it was offensive. But I went up to the teacher, made a gun finger and said, bang, bang. And she said, do that again and I'll call your parent. So, Don said, as long as it isn't 13 inches of snow like it did last year. Yeah, that's the only thing. It can sort of fuck everything up. Snow's nice to look at, but that's about it. You know, it's a bastard to go out in. Don said, Iron Man Spartan posted a rainy day video today. Probably gonna be a sheet of ice in the morning. DJ said, what's everyone's favourite Christmas song? I like the Darknesses one. I always like that. And there's a B-side to that. No, I kind of forgot. Yeah, no, it was a CD. The B-side to Don't Let the Bells End is quite good. Which is another Christmas song. Yeah, the Darknesses, Don't Let the Bells End. Next said, poachers used to make gunshot out of 2 lengths of pipe, shoot the deer or whatever, and just dump the pipes in the river. Oh, nice. Yeah, Stop the Cavalry is quite good, Liam. Oh, there's quite a few, but I think my first one, yeah, the Madness have done some like B-side Christmas songs. They're all right, but you would never hear them unless you bought the singles or bought their thing that's got every single like there's a box set called Madness The Lot. It's got every single thing they've ever done. They're not. He said Daryl said to Daryl, Barry Manilow should have been hung years ago for putting out boring middle of the road shit he polluted people's ears with. And Marcus is Last Christmas. Exits is Last Christmas. I've said snow near me would be ideal. Could walk into the work and then probably don't have to do too much work because people can't drive in. Yeah. Darryl said favourite Christmas song is the Christmas song from Tommy, but soundtrack version. He said, I like the snow, or maybe just atmosphere. The atmosphere and how it looks is nice, but when you have to do stuff in it, it's a fucking bastard. Ruffle said, anyone want to buy 50 top quality 50-gram gold in Virginia? Those seized by cops were tested and found traces of animal human scat as well as spunk. Fuck's sake. I bet people who smoke it still fucking smoke it, though. I'm as much as Human League and Depeche Mode are good 80s groups. I'm quite into my 80s music. Comes with Korn version of Jingle Bells. Nice. Pogues. Yeah, see, this is the Pogues. Fucking block nose. I ain't ever heard that one. Come all you faithful, my twisted sister. I like a very, very weird range of music. Kate Bush has got some Christmas songs that she sung on some TV shows once. They're quite good. You know, I don't mind any fucking music, to be honest. Then not he said, Greg Lake's I Believe in Father Christmas is my favourite Christmas song. Yeah, Fairy Tale in New York, that was a good classic one. But on my playlist is most of them that you've mentioned. My old drunk Christmas songs playlist. Pete said I saw a customer at work wearing all I want for Christmas is EU. Fuck's sake. Mark said Kate Bush is brilliant. Oh, I love her, man. I think she's great. Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant singer she is. Exit said, nothing to do with Christmas, but earlier I heard 𝐻𝐨 𝐿 will you on the radio. I don't know that. Darryl said, my dad released a Christmas song years ago. I wish we could be Christmas. I wish it could be Christmas every day. Well, I know that. Yeah, Kate Bush, good. I always remember I love Kate Bush when I was young. Not her songs, just there. Then not Z said, well, yeah, I can agree with you there, though. Yeah. He said, come all you faithful. I thought that was what perverted Vicar said. Sam said, I have 1 terabyte hard drive just for music, all genres. Yeah, I've got a sort of playlist of music I listen to, and I've got, no end of, none of it's similar, all from different genres and times, and yeah. I'm Martin said, Jonah Louis, best Christmas song. Yeah, I like that. That's on my Christmas playlist. Marcus said, Kate Bush cloud busting video with Donald Sutherland is absolutely superb. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's probably one of my favourite songs, that. Being my, top songs. Because that's a true story as well. If you look up the story of cloud busting, it's fucked up what that's based on. That's actually based on a real thing. And they pretty much murdered that boy's dad by putting him in prison, and then his dad ended up dying in prison of a heart attack. Horrible, the real story, what that song's based on. Don said, I still have fond memories of one snowstorm where my family's friends tied a folding table to a zero-turn mower and slung us around the church parking lot next door. We were allowed to do it. That does sound good. Richard said, problem with rain and snow, I can't use power tools. I end up getting electric shocks. I bet you bloody would. But yeah, stops you doing anything, doesn't it? Then not he said the whole album that song came from is excellent. The dude said you're going to do a video on what you got for Christmas. Yeah, I might even do a Christmas Day live stream. Wolford said, banned kebab shops in Britain. They're only there for drunks, and nearly all of them have poo and spunk in the meat from workers, and of course they have child trafficking centres. Rob Worth said, one of the best things it can be said as being good was throwing coffee powder or better granules. It dries their eyes out, so they had trouble blinking. You need water to clear. Oh, I never knew that. Yeah. Interesting to know. Exit said, you will recognise it. I actually met Kate Bush many times in the late 90s. She was signed to CMO Publishing at the time. Oh, nice. Like I said, all my best music on a pen drive of my car. Dizzy Bear said, a very Soviet Christmas starring Kate Moss as the Mass Family. Ram said, Richard Weaponsmith, after your comment on Iron Man's video today, I was wondering if you'd be on the stream today. Oh, I'd wondered as well. Iron Man Spartan said, Mike, juicy kebab or delicious cheeseburger? I'd have a kebab. Fuck the poo and the rest. What you don't know don't hurt you. John said, it'll be fine. till your hair stands. Yeah, you don't want to breathe wrong. And you don't want to breathe wrong, yeah. Like I said, favourite all-time music video, Remember the Time. Don't know that one. Perhaps I've got to wear a Christmas cracker crown. If you do a... Oh, I'd have that on, definitely, mate. Once that goes on, it stays on for the rest of the day. Not even napping it. Getting to the stage now, I have to have a fucking sleep after Christmas dinner. That says it's saying it all in it. But yeah, I'll definitely have that on. It said not the there's David Bowie record with Breaking Glass, we'd bring it to. Well, Beth said, in emergency survival, what would be the questions you'd ask people who want to join your survival group? Or would you go solo? I wouldn't go solo, but I'd have my own group of people with me anyway. And unless I knew them, everyone else can fuck off, to be honest. Because it'd be too dodgy. I'd be the type to shoot first, ask questions later. Nah, I don't actually know. You got to judge everything on the circumstances at the time, ain't you? But total strangers, I would be very, very, very fucking wary of. Yeah. What he said with Alco's earlier stuff. Rob said, why not do a Christmas live stream, have all of us over for dinner Christmas Day and talk to us to Kip? Be great. I'll do a live stream. I'll probably have Malcolm on as well. But yeah. Won't having everyone well, yeah, you could I'll stick the camera up and you can all watch me eat my dinner. They said they took some of your subscribers, did you? I lost about 40. I'm Mouse Martin said, have you seen that weird film Wiz with Michael Jackson? Yes, the Wizard of Oz one sequel thing. Yeah. I've not seen it properly, and it's got that, what's her name, Fairuza Balk, or whatever her name is. Is that her name? Is that it? Exit said, I agree. My favourite Bowie album is Honky Dory, Bewley Brothers being my favourite. Marcus said, anyone else can fuck off. Brilliant quote, Mike. True though, isn't it? Rob said, so no dinner then. Well, you said for all of us. I can't invite you all over. Richard said, mains electric shocks aren't too bad, Samuels. When my shoes, hands and feet are wet, the mains electric starts really kicking. Fuck's sake, Rich. I've never been electrocuted. I don't plan to. Well, I've been not by mains. I've held bloody thingies, you know, electric fences and that. Lennox E said, oh, the best music video is definitely House of Fun by Madness. I mean, nearly pissing myself laughing. That is, Madness do have some good videos, actually, don't they? The War Medic, you right, mate? Guten Tag, or Gluten Tag, as is written there. He said, yeah, Guten Tag, bloody autocorrect. I didn't know if that was all the food we was on about, Gluten Tag. Don said, my group and people I know well, the rest might be staring down the rifle barrel, being politely told to fuck off and shit at the fan. Can't trust people. No, you wouldn't be able to in that kind of situation. People are too desperate. The dude PX, never mind, no. Bullfrog, the local Turkish pizza shop, and they caught the manager out back smoking weed and the chef with junk out doing a donut. Eat in there if you wanna. Fuck's sake. Down to the Where's Diana? Ross was Dorothy. I have it on hard drive. That I may not have seen that one then. Exit said, I'm a mod for life. So it's small faces, the jam, everything in between. Americans don't know what mods are. Dude PX, I'm gonna be in Vegas for Christmas. My son will be with his mum. I'll be doing anti-Christmas of gambling, drinking and strippers. I'll watch your live stream there. Nice. You should be doing the live stream. Arca said, I know we've mentioned it before, but the 70s Survivor series is the best I've seen on the subject. I'm going to get around to watching that eventually, Marcus. I think I found somewhere on YouTube just got the whole lot. Well, we'll watch that one day. I'm asked, do you like any subtitled movies like Dead Snow, Downfall, 𝐊𝐻𝐻? 𝐊𝐻𝐻, yes, that's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. No, I don't mind foreign subtitled films. Yeah. 𝐊𝐻𝐻, Martyrs, the original Martyrs is fucking amazing. Don't ever watch the remake of Martyrs. That's a fucking disgrace. Watch the original Martyrs. Switchblade Romance, or whatever it's called. It's got a couple of names. It's brilliant. But there's a load of like Korean horrors. Yeah, no, I'm well into foreign films. Yeah, but 𝐊𝐻𝐻, no, I'm glad you mentioned that. That's good, isn't it? I've not seen that for years. But yeah, good. That's Vincent Cassel's first film, wasn't it, or very early one. Don said the mains here aren't as nasty as over there, so I don't blame you, Richard. I was going to say Night Back to Cairo. Yeah, yeah. I do like Madness a lot. Don said that's a donut, but not one I want to eat. Yeah, exactly. They're not seeing a bloody great series in it. Pity about the crappy reboot. REF, you right, mate? He said, how long do you plan on streaming for in your video earlier? You said most likely no longer than an hour due to cold. I just joined. I'll probably stay on for another half an hour. I feel all right. But yeah, saying about, I've not seen Dead Snow yet. But I highly recommend, if you haven't seen the original Martyrs, watch that. Martyrs was so good. Martyrs, by the way, has nothing to do with what you'd think. You know, like Martyrs instantly makes you think like terrorists or something. It's got nothing to do with that. Because it almost put me off. I thought, I don't want to watch a film about martyrs, but it's nothing to do with the kind of martyrs that you'd associate it with. It starts off like a classic horror film, then it turns into like a revenge thriller, and then it turns into something else completely. But I won't tell you. It's fucking excellent. I highly recommend Martyrs. One of the best films I've ever seen. One of those films that when it ends, I couldn't stop thinking about it for about a week. But I don't hardly know anyone's ever watched it. But yeah, there's a remake of it, and they changed the end of the remake, so don't watch it. Watch the original one. Can't remember if it's Spanish or French. He said, Dead Snow eaten by a zombie on the bog. Nice. Wolfrock said there was a big Turkish and Polish fight outside that shop. It's near Screwfix where I was working. Probably 20-man brawl, all cars outside smashed there with bats and bars. Involved in a chef's big chef knife. Yeah, Max Beasley was in the remake, one or whatever of yeah. But the cause was a Polish bloke was shortchanged. So we ended up having a fight at a kebab van years ago over the words well, a discussion about British beef and mad cow disease. I almost about to say, have you seen the movie The Road? I have seen The Road. I like that, yeah. Not seen the Book of Eli though. Brendan I've said there's a really good Spanish film I like about a guy who hates people and tries to ruin everyone's life without them realising. I'm trying to remember the name. But yeah, I'll watch foreign subtitled films any day of the week. Yeah. Sleep tight. All right, let's have a look. I've not seen that. Yeah, all right. I'll see if I can find that. But Switchblade Romance is good. I can't remember what the proper name to that is. Because again, that sounds shit. Switchblade Romance. It sounds odd, but it's Have a look up what the real name to Switchblade Romance is for me, someone, or what the I almost said, what's the movie called? Dreamscape. That's good. Yeah, that's the film that influenced what's that fucking Inception, isn't it? Yeah, I love films about dreams. But yeah, Dreamscape's good, isn't it? Can't remember his name. Who's in it now? That's 1980s film, isn't it? Richard said, I think the worst electric shock I've had was a metal frame drill. I had a load of tin foil wrapped around the fuse. Got rained on before, so I picked it up and knocked me down for a few minutes. Fucking hell. Don't it make your heart hurt or anything, Rich? Weapons Stuff said, Sleep Tight is same director as Wreck. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Oh, back in a minute and have a quick piss. Sounds so cute, the elevator music. I should have put some on for you, shouldn't I? Well, what I'll do, Sam, next time I'm going to put some on here because I've got. I listened to an album once that actually had on it some of the songs had actually been turned into elevator music. So I'll put some of them on my phone next time. Sadly, the only thing I've got is the Stop It thing. Ray said naked gun and he's taken the mic with him. He said, best vehicle for bugging out. I want one of those 6-wheel Saracen APCs myself. I believe you can get hold of them still. Nice. Yeah, we got crew cab lorries, 2 of them. Dipper lorries. They would probably be good for bug out. Marcus, I said, not the. I read the book of the survivors a few years ago, written by the originator Terry Nation. Don said, how to scare your friends. Play 5-finger fillet. Yeah. The dude PX said, just put a super loud audio of pissing. Yeah, that's a good idea. Fuck's sake. My Spartan said, Mike, do you know any Cockney rhyming slang, e.g., oil and water, daughter? Only the sort of ones everyone would know. Bullfrog wants me to read his story out. Some gang from London were all jailed recently for attack on traveller site. Happened back in 2016. They had guns, 2 machetes, but still got turned over. Need a tank to go to that site. There you go. I just thought everyone else could read it themselves, Bullfrog. But no one's replying to any of that, are they? Irishman said, has anyone seen the recent remake of Fahrenheit 451? I hate it when they remake a classic. It's always crap, but still watch it when I get a chance. No, I've not seen the original either, though. Daryl said, do you prefer elevator music or CFAX music? CFAX music, probably. Can't beat the old CFAX stuff. Next said, Rolls Royce is the best bug out vehicle. The glass screen stops a car from nicking the back of your neck. Then that's he said, I might see if I can get that at some stage then. Oh, Black Sword Shinobi, you right, mate? Good to see you on. Sometimes the plot has almost nothing to do with the book or film. Oh, Bullfrog, I definitely prefer Brexit stuff. No, it's interesting. The only problem is everyone's talking about something else at the minute. So I sort of try to concentrate on that. Sometimes it's nice when you get a bit of a thing where everyone's actually talking about something. You know, I don't mind anyone bringing up anything, but if no one else is discussing it, I'll read it out and then just go on to the next thing. You know what I mean? My man said I put together a shit hit fan bug out mountain bike. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm tempted soon to buy a bike. I'll have to look into it next year, but I probably will buy a bike eventually. Hector said, "Why a cow? That's the best one item you can live definitely from milk and blood." Yeah, that's a good one actually, isn't it? Yeah. Don't know if I'd want to keep drinking fucking cow blood though. But well, you would if it was going to keep you alive, wouldn't you? I've always said I could never bring myself to eat worms, but if it meant dying, then I'd eat some fucking worms. Do you know what I mean? And I'd probably fucking enjoy it. Once I said they updated it to be more modern. What's this you're on about? I've missed a bit. The survivors. No, the 451. Fahrenheit 451. The internet is now useless of the books. Totally ignore lots of the ideas in the original book, and have that actually come true. Well, what do you think of those people going to set up a base on Mars? I don't know. What would you go? Would you go? I don't know. I'd be if someone if I was asked to go, I'd be tempted to go. There's no crime on Mars, no weed either. I can't smoke weed, so. Like I said, anyone know what Burke actually means? Calling someone a Burke? No, I don't. Maxwell Snowby hunting rabbit and other stuff. Oh, it is that then, yeah. RAF said The Raid is an excellent martial arts film of realistic combat. I know of that, but I've not seen it. Like I said, it is Barkley Hunt. It said absolutely dry out the worms, powder them, and make a good gravy stock for nettle soup. Yeah, the thought of eating worms almost makes me gag. But if I was going to die, then yeah, I'd savour the fucking bastards. But that drying them out and putting them in the food, that's the OSAS method, isn't it? Probably not just the SAS, but they mention it in the SAS Slowland book, don't they? John Lofty Wiseman. Irishman said, I've seen on some American show a prepper with a motorbike. Seems like a good choice as it can go where large vehicles can't and easier to conceal. The only reason I wouldn't do a motorbike, if not that this is fact or anything, but if you read the stand, they start to realise that the motorbikes can be quite dangerous. That's a different thing anyway. But I think a motorbike is a good choice, but I think a safer choice would probably be a bike. But yeah, it all depends. It all depends on the circumstances, don't it? But I don't think there's anything wrong with a motorbike. As I said, they used to use the word Burke in Heidi High back when comedy was funny. I do like a bit of Heidi High. That's good. Been put in. It's not on at the minute, but it's on BBC Two quite often, isn't it? Like I said, they used to be a well-used term, but no one knew exactly what it meant. Motorbike too noisy. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Tom said old Monty Python stuff almost always leaves me in the floor. Yeah, I love a bit of Monty Python. Almost like, Mike, shall we make a week of rations and live on them while documenting it? Good training for shit at a fan. Maybe next year. But yeah, I'm up for that. Like I said, yeah, just schoolboy humour in everyone. Don said 1 wreck and you're up shit creek. Yeah, that's pretty much what they say in this stand. Yeah. Both should have both motor and cycle bikes and a 4x4, so I'm good. It said horse. Yeah, that would be one of the ultimate things, I think, wouldn't it? If you're in the country, speak to travellers, they'll tell you how to survive in the countryside. Come to the Irishman, if you're going to use anything with a gas motor, why not use a quad 4-wheeler, safer and can carry and pull more? Black Sword Shinobi said feet is better in bugging out. Feet or a bike, you know, push bike, pedal bike. The DP bugging out here in Oregon, I'd look for logging areas. Logging roads still make the area accessible, but not too easy to get to, so not as much traffic. Dave said, problem with a mountain bike is you have to be fit and have a good calorie intake. That is a good point, yeah. You might be better off just walking. Again, it all depends where you are, what you're doing, what's happening. Done it. You know, shit hit the fan, bug out situations. There's so many different situations it could be. He said, even if you are starving, I wouldn't advise eating the worms that come out of your areas after eating rotten food. Yeah, well, I'd only eat sort of, you know, sort of out in the field, sort of, you know. Yeah, not out my arse worms, if that's what that says. I just realised what that says. Greg said, with a push bike, you can put your pack on it and wheel it along. Yes, yeah, very good idea. Mark said, we have a bit of riding and slang in Manchester. There's an old company here called Mather and Platt. They made lifts and hoists, calling someone a Mather meant there was a twat. Mather and Platt twat. Yeah, nice, yeah. I'm as Mark said, if you see a truly disturbing movie called Brokeback Mountain. I've never seen it. Rob said the usage dates from the 1930s. Burke is a shortened version of Berkeley Hunt based on Berkeley Castle. Gossier. Cockney rhymes and Hunt is rhyme for cunt. Black Sword Snow says, what beer are you drinking? I'll tell you what that is. That's just water in there. I like to keep it in a glass bottle so I can reuse the bottle a lot without having to keep using glasses and shit like that. I can just have that in my room. Samuel said, the dude PX, I have a couple of moving up the road from me. From Oregon, they seem to have been bugged out mentally since the 60s. Wolfo said, water in a beer bottle is sacrilegious. I drank the beer out of it in the first place. Exit said, the gangs who already run the city streets will be in control. People flee to the country and try to take the game and livestock. They'll last about 20 minutes. Yeah, I drank the beer out of it in the first place, but yeah, it's easier to keep getting. If you keep thing is, if you keep reusing plastic bottles, you're potentially putting cancerous fucking shit into your body. So yeah, so I don't want cancer, so I'm going to drink it out of the glass bottle. I'm a sponsor. Do we still have the 𝐲𝐬𝐬 stereo? I have the same one. Great. Yeah, I've still got that. You can see I don't know how you pronounce that. Never have known, but yeah, I've still got it. Yeah, mine's been going strong for God knows how long. Brilliant thing. Use it for my surround sound. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it. AWAI. Yeah, Marcus, that's it. Richard said, I heard some historical assassins used to have shoes that left imprints of animal paws. Yeah, I'll tell you, Black Sword Shinobi might be able to talk to you about that. So they were harder to track. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard that, Rich. I think I've seen stuff about that. Yeah. Maybe I've got a book. I've got some ninja mind manipulation. I'm sure some of that might be mentioned in that. All folks said his Red Dead Redemption character survives on warm cans of beans and cans of sweet corn. Tell you what, I quite often forget to eat on that game. And gin, yeah, exactly, Peach. That what is called Black Sword Shinobi tacking. Black Sword Shinobi is our resident martial arts expert. Have you ever been on Black Sword Shinobi's channel? You should go on his channel. I'll give you a recommendation here, mate. So yeah, this is Black Sword Shinobi's channel. Subscribe to him. I sub in. 𝐲𝐬𝐬𝐲, is that it? Yeah. Oh, Marcus, I'm terrible at pronouncing things anyway. When I got that camera, I did a review for it, and I kept calling it the 𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐬, the 𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐬 camera, and then I realised later it was pronounced the fucking 𝐤𝐤𝐬 camera. Zed Tsunami said, "Have you got a flag? How to make a flare? Oh no, that would be highly illegal over here. You would, yeah, that would be making a firearm. You'd probably go down for 5 years if you got caught." Janek said, "Do you have a minigun?" No, no minigun. Got some mini knives. Wolfhawk said, "You can go unlimited distance from posse and not participate in missions. You still get money." I don't know, mate. Richard said he subbed Black Sword Shinobi. Good on you, Rich. Dave Boy said, "Have you played Last of Us?" No, but that's one of the ones I will get eventually. Wolfhawk's character lives in a cave above Strawberry. He said, "Yannick, lifestyle gamer." No, he doesn't. They are full-sized. That's what's no bro. Favorite survival movie? Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one for me to think. I can never think of anything. Survival movie. Would you class Rambo as a survival movie? Yeah, funny thing is, Peach, I messaged you earlier. Yeah, I'll see you on there soon. Yeah, I've got crossbows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 crossbows up there, but that's not even all of them. I've probably got at least 10 crossbows. Sam subbed Black Sword Shinobi. Cheers, sir. Kern said Mexican drug smugglers wear bits of carpet on the bottom of their shoes so the tracks can't be seen. Nice. Black Sword Shinobi said, "Lol, maybe." Funny thing is, as soon as you say name some, what's your favourite survival movie, I can't think of any. You're off, CJ. See you later, mate. I'll be off in 10 minutes. Watch my videos. You'll see the crossbows getting used all the time, Yannick. Bullfrog said his loadout is a bolt-action rifle with a scope, pump-action shotgun, Schofield revolver. I've killed 12 people with a shotgun about an hour having it. I've got the second holsters. I've got 2 pistols now. If you go to the fence, he's given away a free gun, or he was giving away a free gun. Double action revolver. Shoots really quick. Ryan, you're right, mate. I'm only going to be on for about 10 more minutes, but good to see you on. Got to ask you, mate, what does your tattoo on your knuckles stand for? It's been bugging me. All cops are bastards. 𝐊𝐤𝐿 said. No, all right, 𝐊𝐤𝐿. Good to see you on, mate. I'm only going to be on for 10 minutes. 10 more minutes, mate. Good to see you on. 𝐊𝐝 𝐓𝐿 best survival movie, The Martian. I've not seen that. I'm Martin. Do you remember the TV series Bottom? Yeah, R.I.P. Rick now. Yeah, I've got a couple of the live ones up there, and series 1. I don't know if I ever got series 2. Yeah, I love a bit of Bottom. Love a bit of Bottom. There's a quote for you. Right, where am I? Backside, yeah, bro. You're good with a crossbow. Cheers, mate. Dave said, if you only had to have 2 weapons for shit at van, what would they be? Off the top of my head, straight away, crossbow and machete. But it may change if I had longer to think. Yannick said, do you have a grenade launcher? No. Bullfrog said, I have the 3-gun revolvers. They're all crap, to be honest. I also have the Arabian horse. Right, it's absolutely brilliant. I had that done when I was about 19, when I used to get arrested all the time. And that was more of a sort of insult to the police who, you know, was cunts to us. So, yeah. Dan said, do you have a rocket launcher or a sniper? Yeah, I got sniper air rifle. Down to now, Kern must have brought this to mind. When you get your package, Mike, first thing to watch is Mexican 300. It's a parody flick. Very short but hilarious, based on the true story in my area. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, I will watch that then. Mark said, love a bit of Bottom. Got to love a bit of Bottom, ain't you? Surely. Yeah, there's the quote for today. Well, my throat's just about held up. Don't mind having a sore throat if I don't feel ill. Officer, the guy on level 43 rage quit because a shotgun I am on level 12 has only been on the game 4 times. Leveling up quite quick though, yeah. Yannick said, heavy shotgun, tactical shotgun. Tactical shotgun. There's a shotgun up there, there. Weapons officer, tire sets are good for sore throats. I have to look into that. Iron Man Slack, a great stream, Mike. Talk again soon. Good night. See you later, Iron Man. Yeah, good having you on. Good questions. Oh, yeah, I've done double quotes today, didn't I, Marcus? Yeah. Everyone else can fuck off. And gotta love a bit of Bottom. I honestly think air rifles are better suited to these islands than anything. Yeah, I can agree with you there, definitely. Yeah, I know where to get some tire sets then from Liam. Go see Daryl later. Black Sword Shinobi said, have you have a lot of shotgun, bro? Yeah. Yeah. There's them. Yeah, they're all deactivated anyway, but and I've got another bit. There's a BB gun one behind there. Wolf said was an American guy this time, not English. He raged in his mic and then rage quit. Oh, I've got antibiotics in them, have they, Joe? I didn't know that. Big shot vacation to America. Yeah. Desmond said, I'm coming to you when the zombie apocalypse hits. Dave Boy said, what shotguns do you shoot? I shot a silenced 410 shotgun. But I could soon shoot some 12 bore and 20 foot-pound air rifle. Where am I? Ryan said, that's going to stick with you for a while. I could buy like a bit of Bottom. No, he said, I like a bit of Bottom. Maybe you should use the William Tell music as a theme tune. Fuck's sake. Oh, I didn't know. To be honest, I've never heard of tire sets until Well, something it seems to ring a bell, but I don't know anything about them. See if I can get some off eBay. But then by the time I get them, I'll probably be better. But then they'll be good for another time. Like I said, a zombie apocalypse would be great if they moved slowly like Walking Dead. Once in 28 days later, or World War Z would be a bit dodgy. Yeah, I think you'd be fucked. You'd be fucked. Roll Force an AK-47 deactivated, price 200 to 300. All other rifles are in. That's not bad. That's about what they. That's a bit dearer than what they used to be, but yeah, that's all right. That's what I was saying. 410 age good for a beginner. Yes, definitely. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah. That silenced 410, the whole entire barrel is a silencer, so it's about that long in the barrel, and it is a silencer, the whole thing. And you could shoot that 12 o'clock at night, which is what we was doing. No one can hear it. Unless, well, as long as you're using subsonic cartridges. Once I've said Tyra sets, you know, you can hear it, but it makes like a. It is very similar to the sort of what you hear on films. You watch my video. I've got a video of me shooting it. It's louder than what I just did, but it's that kind of sound. Weapons I've said Tyra sets is the spelling. I just looked it up actually. Yeah. I've got a tab open with it on. John said if they move slow, I think they wouldn't go far. Keep rolling in a cage truck and let loose with rifles and ridiculous amounts of ammo. Playing music loud, it draw them in. Yeah, good idea. Going to make more javelins? Yeah, I think so. That's what I said. It's cool. As Feck said, have you ever tried dieseling your air rifle? No, I know about that though. But yeah, no, never bothered. Also said the rest of the guns are 500 to 2,000. Why would you pay that? No, exactly. No, I wouldn't ever buy anything like that now. It's not worth it. Richard said, if you get the chance to shoot on some land, if you're permitted, it would be good to see how accurate the 150-pound recurve crossbow. Yeah, I should be able to do that, Rich. I'm probably going to do it all in the new year now. But, yeah. I could do that. I'm pretty sure I could do that as well. Yeah, I'd like to do that. It'd be interesting. Exit said, folding 410 is a great piece of kit. Right, dads. Take her handy. On the way. See you later, mate. Then looked he said, I saw the deactivated Bren for 700 quid. I said, yeah, when you buy them, they ask a couple of questions. Like I said, John, it makes me laugh the amount of ammo they waste on The Walking Dead. They must have raided the National Guard depot or something. I've got a way around that, though, and I doubt I'd get someone to get it for me. But I don't know. Thing is, I'd have to end up ordering them online or something. By the time I get them, I'll probably be better. I said I keep a 20 gauge by my front door. 20 gauge shells also fit perfectly in black steel pipe. Well, for gun freedom in the UK is as dead as two, but. That's things that was like a picture Mike riding a penny farthing. Get me one and I'll give it a go. John said I wouldn't bother hitting them in the air to go for the spine. Those rifles can snap a spine. I didn't have to get the stop it out today, did I? I nearly did. It was getting there. So what if I got to get a bit of elevator music for when I go to the toilet? Or just a really loud pissing sound for the... What's the votes? Pissing sound or elevator music? Or elevator music with pissing sound in the background? This is what you should get played every single time you put a comment on Bullfrog.
For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to... Please, stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. So elevator music with a pissing sound in the background for when I go to the toilet. All right. Black Sword Shogun said, what type of rifle can you have in the UK? Well, without a license, you can have air rifles up to 12 foot-pound, but you can have no end of rifles, you know, in calibers. I think most of them have to be bolt action, don't they? I'm not 100% sure about the firearm stuff, but we can have bolt action rifles that take large calibers, but you have to have a firearms license, and they're harder to get in this country. I think most of the votes was for both. Like I said, with a loud farting noise at the end, make it realistic. But yeah, I've got air rifles. Yeah. Oh, it sounds like you're watching some sort of strange space porn. Yeah, that's from Halloween 3. Yeah, Season of the Witch. Yeah. Slightly edited. See you later, Sam. I'll let you know. I'll message you properly later about the I've replied to you anyway. Yeah, I've run over now anyway, haven't I? So yeah. Cheers everyone for watching. I'll call it a night now. Yeah. That's good. See you all next week. I'll be on every day. What's the next? Yeah, so 22nd then. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Cheers for watching. I'll get that. If I remember, I'll get some elevator music with pissing sound and a fart at the end. The thing is, it's going to be just as long as it's going to be there, and it might end before I come back, or it might not end. Yeah, all right. Cheers for watching, everyone. I won't read out everyone's names. You know who you are. See you later.